Yes, people. Yes, people. I'm your host, the Bridge 258. Oops, didn't even put my light on. I'm your host with the most, the Bridge 258. Here today, man, to give you the latest Charles transfer news. As always, please make sure to continue to like, share, subscribe as always, and make sure to hop on. Make sure to let a friend know to make sure to come to this amazing show that we produce for you every night at around about 10:30. You know what it is. Here we go. Now, obviously, it's a lot of news to count. I was meant to do obviously the stream, my usual stream at 10:30, but there was some more news that was coming out around about midnight. So I thought it'd be much better for me to coalesce them all and bring them to you in a much better format. So as such, that's what I've done. We've got a lot more news to come out, a lot more stuff to come out for sure that we're going to be discussing. So hey ho, man, listen, we move. So, listen, guys, let's get on with it. I want to obviously start with the first big breaking news, which is, of course, in regards to Ian Maatsen, right? So, there's a lot of Ian Maatsen news that's come out today, and I want to connect to obviously the Aston Villa stuff and the possible players that we may be bringing in from Aston Villa in order to make sure this deal happens, right? So, let's bring it. Let's bring it in. All right. So, let me just bring this a bit more bigger for us to read. Boom. All right, there we go. So obviously, this was the main big breaking news, and that was, of course, the fact that Chelsea reached an agreement with Aston Villa of just over 35 million for Ian Maatsen. If I just make it bigger for you so that you guys can read it, obviously they've said fee of 22-year-old. Once again, big up to you, Joey. Hope you're doing well. If you like the link, let me know too. Fee of 22 Dutch Youth International will be just north of expired in Borussia Dortmund Pacific. 35 million release clause. Personal terms in place on 6 years. So that was from David Ornstein. So he basically said there's a 6-year deal right here, right now, on the table for the player as we speak. Then it was then brought up Fabrizio that Chelsea and Sevilla are discussing one more player to be included in the deal, not guaranteed to be Duran. Now he does further on clarify this because I remember at the time I was thinking, damn, you know what I mean? Leon Bailey Nation, you know, my left winger, maybe. Leon Bailey, and a few were thinking Watkins. There was, I think everyone, the whole fan base was literally going crazy on who the player could be. But all right, I'll make sure to do so. In the meantime, though, while I'm prepping this, actually, dearie me. Yeah, so a lot of people were thinking a bunch of different names at the time. Now, it did get further clarified by Fabrizio, of course, which I will definitely make sure to give that clarification as well. It seems that the clarification that he brought in essentially, of course, was this one, which I'm going to bring up for you guys right now. So the clarification he brought up, which we'll discuss later, he says Nizar says that the fees are around about 35 to 40 million, which is great. Again, that means we're getting even more money, right? So that could be definitely the fee. Obviously, Fabrizio says that Chelsea will receive 37.5 million. Chelsea will buy a player, obviously, who's spoken about before. Matt Law, I will discuss that actually later. Aston Villa will split the payment in several years for Maatsen. This is due to the place sustainability rule, which is obviously FFP, another word for FFP essentially. So this is the thing that he said. So he clarified it later on, obviously at 11:16 p.m. And he said the two options for Villa players to join Chelsea it will be Duran or was it called Aston Villa Academy player. So that was what he said, right? So he said either it would be Duran Nation or an Aston Villa Academy player. Now, obviously that put a lot of dampers on people because they were thinking, oh wow, we're going to be getting a top player, we're going to be getting a great player. Yada yada. They were thinking they were getting someone sensational. They thought, you know what I mean? They were, the way people were bigging up people. Listen, even I fell into that little cat hole, if I may say so myself. I was saying Leon Bailey Nation, of course, everything like that. But he actually clarified a bit more further. Now, nothing's been obviously continued onwards from today, other than the clubs are still talking and they want to get it done by the end of the week. So that probably will mean a Friday. Because usually, again, with Chelsea, you don't really get Saturday, Sunday news with Chelsea. That's when we're the quietest. But big up, Joey, bro. How are you doing?
Good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing great. 1 second. Let me just increase the volume of my earphone. Okay, perfect. What do you think about this news, bro? The fact that we're actually going to be getting a lot more money, I think, for Ian Maatsen than expected.
Well, I'm not really too surprised, to be honest. The reason being is just like this ownership group has showed me that they're gonna get top dollar, bro. Like they really just showed me like recently they're gonna get top dollar for any of these players. So like when you're talking about Maatsen, I always knew when they said that 35 million mark, they're gonna get the 35 million. And then the same thing with Gallagher and those types of things. I don't know if it'll be an academy player, by the way. I think it's not like we're adding the academy player to the books. We're just buying. We have to buy from them so they can actually like meet their requirements. And I don't know if this deal will go through until after June 30th.
Probably wait for, because the thing is Ian Maatsen probably will be done by, I think, roughly July-ish, innit? Because I think that's when the
early
the last
July,
yeah, stuff like that.
Because they're in PSR, they have PSR issues, and we'll buy from them to fix that PSR issue.
Exactly.
Be on the lookout for Morgan Rogers as one of those guys that may be on the way to our team. Morgan Rogers is a ex-City Academy player, played with
go ahead, bro. Ryan.
Played with Cole, played with Enzo already played under Enzo at City in the U21s. Joe Shields is a big fan of him. He scored against us twice, by the way, for two different teams. He scored when he was at Middlesbrough, and he scored when he was with Villa. The kid's good. His take on rate is really good. We're building a team full of ex-City Academy players. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Like,
where does Tea Lady that we've sacked come from, by the way? We've never sacked the Tea Lady, by the way. I don't know where this has come from that we've sacked the Tea Lady.
That's just him being, that's
wait, that charge, I'm so sure about that one, by the way, too.
He's being facetious there.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Maybe that's the one on the street.
So like if we can move Sterling, and you told me it's or move Mudryk, and we get Morgan Rogers and Olise as our wingers, bro.
Listen, let's hope we can do that first and foremost. Of course, like that would be. Sorry, bro. Listen, I've done back-to-back streams in a row. So, if my head is not 100%, that's probably why, bro. Almost fried. But listen, we move. But yeah, man, obviously, 21 years of age, 2002. He's actually played quite a decent amount of minutes, I would say, in the EPL, 638 minutes.
Yeah, he's played a bunch.
Yeah. 3 goals, 1 assist.
He played it like a lot of minutes for Carrick at Middlesbrough too. He's the one that put us down he's the one who put us in the first leg, had us down in the first leg against
the Carabao Cup game, right? Against Middlesbrough semi-final. Yep. Yeah, see, looks.
He's the one who scored the curler on us.
Well, big up to him. But listen, 3 goals, 1 assist in the EPL, 11 matches played actually. Yeah. Decent Conference League he's played in. So he's got some level of European experience, you could say, on some level.
He played in Conference League for Villa.
Yeah, exactly. And played a lot of minutes definitely in the Championship too. Do you think it's going to be an academy player? Do you not think we might go for a first teamer? Or
well, that's what I'm saying. Morgan Rogers is a first teamer.
I mean, not other than him, of course. I'm just saying, like, other than him.
So in my opinion, it's either him or Durant. It's either Rogers or Durant. I don't think it's anybody else. I don't think we need a midfielder from them. I don't think that they would be willing to sell any of their center backs. And we're not taking any of their fullbacks because they just bought a fullback from us. So like the only option would be like a winger or striker. And the winger that makes the most sense is him due to all the Joe Shields and ex-Man City links and everything. And then obviously Durant, where we've been linked with for a while now. So if it's going to be one of these two players, either Durant or Morgan Rogers. I don't believe it's anybody else. And I don't believe we'll go for academy player because they actually need like around the same amount of money that they bought Maatsen for.
Exactly.
They need like around 30 million. So I don't see it being any of those players, any like academy player. It's either going to be Rogers or it's going to be Durant, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, because I definitely agree with that. It's just that obviously there was wow, there's breaking news because I want to talk about this by the way. Samu Omo, how to say this? Omoridion. That's how you say it, I think. If I'm not
Yeah. What about him?
Yeah, well, there's some breaking news, and then Chelsea are not giving up on Samu Omoridion. Contact still taking place, and I don't know if you saw this. So it came up actually this morning actually on Samu Omoridion.
That shit ain't happening.
Bro, I don't know why they keep on saying this, but Chelsea made a bid for the third time. This
You
one
want to know what it is? You want to know what it is?
are they just
Though?
are they up and
It's
down?
them trying to show Aston Villa we have another target we can go for. So if you don't give us him for the price we want, we'll just go for a different
Killer Red. Big up. Big up Killer Red, bro. Hope you're doing well. Career redemption arc. I mean,
I'm here for it.
Listen, well, I'm not no comment. You know what I mean? We don't talk about that on this channel. No, I'm
You
just
don't
kidding.
like Cucurella. I forget about it. You don't like Cucurella?
No. Listen, I have a cheeky agenda against him. But honestly, yes, today's game, I feel like he should have been the man of the match, by the way. Oh, actually,
he was fantastic. He was the best
he
player.
He should have actually been.
He was the best player on the pitch for them.
Exactly.
Like, everyone's giving it. I think Nico Williams ended up getting it. And Nico Williams is, he doesn't move me.
He's really? You know what, man? I have to compile more data on him. I need to compile more data on him. But I like what I saw so far from him because I've watched him a bit in La Liga.
Yeah, he doesn't move me. I mean, he probably does really well in La Liga, but I don't think he moves the needle in England. He just looks like a pace merchant to me, bro. He just really does.
But to be honest, in the EPL, PNP, bro, that's the name of the game.
Is it? Because we have PNP and Mudryk, and what has that gotten us?
Well, listen, but that's Mudryk, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Bro, that's but, you know what I mean? We have to say, I have to caveat, you know, Mudryk is not the
reason why I say this, right? Reason why I say this is because at this current moment, when you look at him, he doesn't have a lot to go off of, right? He's playing on the opposite side wing, right? Where he normally plays. He's normally on the right. They're not going to move Yamal. Right? They're just not. Like, there's no. He's 16 years old. You're going to move him out of the position he's comfortable in? Absolutely not. So they move him over to the left-hand side.
Exactly.
And then you move him over to the left-hand side. He can only be a creator because he wants to cut in on his left foot. He's just not very strong with his right foot. And then he creates that own goal by all means. It was a great cross, but you just know, you can just see that like it's coached in him. To make that run, that deep run, and have Fabian Ruiz hit that ball over the top to him, it's coached in him, right? So like he doesn't move me more than Mudryk moves me, like at all. To be honest, he doesn't move me more than Mudryk moves me, and Mudryk doesn't move me at all. Like
he does not move
at all. At that on the right hand side when he's cutting in, he scores a lot more goals. He looks a lot more dangerous. But once again, if you brought that into England, it does not translate. He does not his game does not translate into England at this current moment, at least. Not physical enough on the ball, gets pushed off the ball way too easily. It's tiny. Guy's tiny.
That I agree with.
If I'm that guy right there defending him, I'm going right to the body. I'm pushing that dude into the stands, bro. I'll push that dude right into the stands. Like, he wouldn't have nothing. He would get backed into the stands. That's what he would be. He'd be sitting down with the fans after I'm done with him. That's what I'd do.
Oh my god! You're gonna give him a NFL tackle?
I'm being dead ass. I'll throw him around. That's what the English Premier League's gonna do to him. You think Dan Burns gonna let that guy run by him? No, he's gonna throw him to the ground.
Yes, that is true. But
it's the fact.
That is true.
Do you think Dan Burns gonna let that guy run by him with his pace? Hell no. He's gonna get his ass thrown. He's gonna get it's just what it is. Pick up Adam. My boy Adam. My boy Adam shows up to wherever I go. I appreciate that guy.
Big up to my guy Adam too. But yeah, this is actually just the news that's come out. Chelsea are not giving up on Samu Omoridion. Contact still taking place. The fact they've had this bid rejected, by the way. I know you said obviously you feel, and I agree with you to an extent that they're trying to up the ante essentially with the Duran deal, right? To obviously say, listen, we're gonna get him essentially. Chelsea made a bid for a third time. This one worth up to 42.2 million for Samuel Omoredion, but once again, Atletico Madrid rejected. So
he's not
the
going
thing
anywhere,
is,
by the way. They're moving Morata, so this guy can start next year.
The thing for me is, if you've already done 42.2 million and we're hearing that they're still in contact with him, if Chelsea do really believe in this guy, and I feel like, the thing about Chelsea, and I've always repeated this, is that Chelsea usually they will never go above 40 million for a player unless they truly believe in him. There's only happened, I think, on 3 occasions where you've gone above 40 million with this new director, with this new directorship, essentially, which is Mudryk, Enzo, and Caicedo. Right, if I'm not mistaken, right? Those are the three. Since the directors of essentially.
No, you're not mistaken. And what Olise? I know Olise now.
And Olise potentially right now, which is going to be number 4 essentially, right? So those are the 4 essentially, or potentially the 4, right? After everyone else here, the max you've ever brought a player for is 40 million. The thing with Disasi was 45 million euros, but it was basically 40 million essentially in pounds, right?
Yep.
Everyone else you brought, right? So that's clearly like a club standard they've set that the max we go to is 40 unless we think you're like a game changer.
Unless we believe in you, like really, really, really believe in you.
Exactly. And the fact that Mateo Morata is very reliable, by the way. He's like particularly in like Spain. The fact you've gone this value.
I'm not saying that this is not reliable. I'm saying that they know that they were going to get rejected.
So they're just trying to up the ante, essentially.
Exactly. They know they're getting rejected, bro. I'm telling you this right now. Last year, they told this kid that he's going to start next year and they're going to sell Morata. So why in fuck's hell would he want to go anywhere? He knows he's starting for Atletico. He's going to be playing bad games for Atletico next year.
Yeah, no Depay. No, what's it called? Morata, because Depay's already off for free now. So,
and Griezmann's on a $15 million release clause,
which may be broken by a Saudi club. You never know. So
they only have Angel Correa and this guy left over.
Exactly. I actually wanted to. Do you think, let's say hypothetically speaking, Duran doesn't happen, right? Duran doesn't happen, and then what's the word I'm looking for as well? And this guy doesn't happen, for example, right? Which is more than likely, right? Then what do you think here? Do you think Solanke is going to be the break glass player then? That's like their third option.
No, or do you just think they're just going to? I think they end up going back for Victor Osimhen.
You think that'll be Victor Osimhen is going to be the
I think eventually Napoli's going to have to fold, bro. They're going to have to. Nobody wants Victor. They're going to have to fold at that price. Nobody wants Victor. You cannot have an angry Victor Osimhen and Antonio Conte on the same fucking team by the beginning of the season. You can't. Did you see that? Did you see him go crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think did you see him go crazy on the IG live over just like, what do you think he's gonna do when he says he has to show up back to Napoli after ADL promised you to be sold?
There's no way that's gonna happen.
I'm telling you, bro. Something fishy's going on over there. Something fishy's going on over there.
I can't lie to you, bro. Jonathan David, it's not moving the needle. He's not moving the needle.
He's too small.
It's just not moving.
He's too small.
In regards to this,
watch him tonight.
Yeah, he's playing tonight. Yes, tune into my watch along tonight. By the way, I've got a watch along for.
I'm gonna be doing a watch along too.
Or make sure to add your YouTube link into the comments for sure. What do you think about Samuel Ahmed? I have no knowledge on the player. Ironically, I apparently watched this team and I didn't even notice him, which makes it even worse, by the way. So
that's what I'm saying, Ike, bro. That's what I'm saying. No one's gonna bully this guy,
mad,
bro.
You know,
no one's gonna bully Victor Osimhen, bro. No one's gonna bully Victor Osimhen. I do think it's gonna be Duran as well, Adam. I do think is gonna be Duran as well. Yeah. But if you're telling me we don't get Duran for some reason, and I know that this Samuel Omo or Odorian is not going anywhere. Yeah. I know that for a fact. He ain't going anywhere, bro. Unless someone's willing to really spend the 80, which no one is. Like, he ain't going anywhere. Like, that is the guy that Diego Simeone bought last year so he could rebuild the team again. He's gonna rebuild them and make them a Costa. That's what it is. Like, He's gonna make him Diego Costa. Like that's what he.
Yeah. So EE
that's
again.
What he does. He's not, and he's good at it.
He's very good at it. You can see the plays that he's used before.
Diego Simeone has a list of strikers that we all would have wanted in our time, from Aguero, Luis Suarez, Diego Costa, David Villa. The list goes on and on and on. He made Morata serviceable. Morata scored 20.
He makes Correa look amazing, bro. I'll be honest, bro. I don't know how he does that, bro.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Exactly, Adam. These bids for this dude, Omar Diran, is to get Duran over the line. That's what they are. They know that they're not going to get Omar Duran. They're putting these bids in to be like, okay, what are you going to do, Villa? We're going to keep going on. We're going to keep going for this guy if you don't give us your guy. And now we gave Villa who they want too. We 37 million. They got Maatsen, Falcao, Ike. Thank you. I mean Diego Forlan. Literally the list of strikers that Diego Simeone has recreated or rebuilt or built himself it's a astonishing list. It's absolutely astonishing. 100%. Like one of the best builders of strikers in world football at this current moment, probably outside of Ancelotti, and I'd probably give Antonio Conte a bit of support in there too.
Yep, I would give him that one. And I would say, actually, I would also add
Jose.
No, not Jose. There's another guy. Whose name I'm forgetting. Who's actually Aston Villa right now. Emery. Emery is able to get the best out of all of his strikers, bro. They all become 20 goals.
Yep. Good call. Very good call there.
So, yeah. Anyway, in regards to the question you asked me, my knowledge is very limited in him, but I'm probably planning to make a video on him maybe tomorrow. Just to see, just to kind of guess around. I'm gonna watch something tomorrow morning, maybe or afternoon, and then I'll release the video, like a regular video for you guys to watch to see what he's about really and what my thoughts on him. I don't rate Nico Williams that highly, especially for the wages. I agree, but again, the reason why he can get those wages is his athletic club. These guys get free transfers basically because essentially, so they're not spending their money on transfers essentially. They might really like the guy. He's highly rated in Spain. They might do, but the thing of Chelsea again is, we will know if that's serious if I hear a 50 million bid. If I hear 50 million for him tomorrow, then I'll know.
It don't matter, bro. It won't matter. I'm telling you.
I'm just saying though, if we do hear, just in case, I have to cover all bases. Just in case.
This is all a thing of just here's the thing too, that Chelsea I'm going to go more American than anything, okay? Here's the thing that Americans do very well when it comes to when they're doing things in the market overall. They always do it. Yes, Keyshawn, I'm doing a Copa watch along a couple hours from now. But they always use diversion, bro. It's always a diversion situation. Think about it, right? We'll go back just a bit. We go back to the Cole Palmer situation. We were linked with 3-4 other wingers before, and then all of a sudden it was, there's this one name that we think is might be a surprise. We were linked with everybody.
Exactly.
We were thinking we were going to get Olise. We were going to get, we were linked with everybody. And then all of a sudden we end up with Cole Palmer. You know what I'm saying?
But exactly. I hear you, bro.
It's a diversion, bro. It's a diversion. Yeah, Turkey. We were linked with Turkey.
You know what, man? The Turkey stuff is actually hurting me more than anything, by the way. I don't know if you've seen. This guy's about to get sold 20 million to PSG, I can't accept that, I actually cannot accept that, bro. He's about to get sold.
Turkey going to PSG?
For 20 million, bro. They literally can get him for 20 million because of the TV rights deal. Do you know how insane that is?
Here's the problem with Turkey, though, bro. In the Premier League, bro, he don't track back.
I know, bro. I know.
Bro.
I did the scouting
literally
him, bro.
Does not track back. That's why they put him out into the wing in Lyon. They moved him out to the wing.
Because I did a scouting report, Joey. I did a scouting report on him, so I know everything that there is to know about him, bro. But I'm just saying.
I mean, me and you watch enough French football, right? We watch enough French football.
Bro, to fight, it's kind of crazy that when you're hearing he's only about to go there for 20 M's. Like, do you know how insane that is?
Yeah, but he's gonna sit the bench, bro. That until he decides, because he also has like a bit of like a he has like he's a bit overweight for his height.
He is. I agree with that.
A bit
his body build is weird. He's got a weird body build. I have to give it. I will give him that, bro.
Yes, I would have took Barcola last summer. There's no question about it. He's
thank you. Another one. You know ball, Joey. You know, nah, Joey. You know ball.
Absolutely.
You know,
there's not
when
even
I was saying, yeah, Barcola, bring him to my.
But not to like replace any of the guys that we got. Just like as competition. Right. If you had Barcola right now, you wouldn't be looking for left winger.
Exactly, bro. That is what I've been saying, bro. I said this, bro, last season, and I was saying it even this season. If he's unhappy and they bring in Kvaratskhelia, I was like, why not just cheeky 40 million bid for him? You know what I mean? Honestly, bro, I'm a big fan of his personally, so I don't know if you knew that. But, oh yeah, Ahmed, how's your scout? My scouting skin is relatively good. I genuinely have like a genuine idea of usually of like most players, but like, I can't lie to you. I watched.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a better knowledge of Italian league, German, and French. Yeah. Those are like
it's French and Italian.
Oh, and Brazilian. I watch a lot of Brazilian soccer at night. So like those are the three. Those are the three that I like the 4 leagues that I watch. Steve watches a lot more Spanish soccer than me. Like
Steve watches everything, man.
He says he watches everything. But like, if you ask him questions about certain German teams, or if you ask him questions about some certain, like, I follow the German league, like I follow the French league. Like he's good at it because he has the time in the morning because he works nights. But outside of that, bro, me and him, I take my knowledge over his knowledge any day of the week, especially tactically. Like I'm just way ahead of him tactically.
Yeah. So for me, if you ever ask Ahmed, if you need to know anything, my Ligue 1 and my what's it called, Italian stuff, I know that stuff pretty much very well. Spanish league, because I watch
too, man. He's real good.
But Spanish for me, I have a general idea usually because I do like to watch a few Barcelona games from time to time.
I would rather watch Borussia Mönchengladbach than watch Barcelona.
Fair enough. It's a Atletico Madrid thing. Yeah, fair enough. Cherke, Kudus, Elise, Palma. That was the list in that order.
Oh, that's already in the process, Ike. We're doing videos together on scouting reports. Me and Steve were doing videos together.
I was one of those ones, and ironically, Adam. Finally, now no broadcast tax. Very much. Goldberg and Twitter want to break the ban. For who? Is that for Is that for Turkey? I think. Yeah, I think it was actually. We were linked to Brennan Johnson. Yeah, luckily Brennan Johnson's link, bro, was cooked because man, he's not turning out great at Tottenham, bro.
Gabriel just put the entire scouting report in for us for Samu.
Oh, nice. Kudus could have brought could have been brought, but we dropped out.
Yeah,
we said he was the next Hazard because listen, we always say that for any guy in France that can do what he used to do. Keep Barcola away from us. I'd rather be patient than Mudryk. Yeah, Joe, man. Chill out, man. Chill out.
I mean, I honestly, like, I'm still patient with Mudryk. Like, I just want to see Mudryk in a team with someone who's going to give him tactical knowledge and tell him what he's supposed to be doing on every single, like, while he's running on the byline. Like, I think that's why he played so well for De Zerbi, is because De Zerbi drilled it in him. These are the things you need to be doing while you're on the pitch. Exactly. You don't get freedom. These are the things. I don't want you to have freedom. Your freedom makes you think too much. You get on the ball too much. You hold on to the ball way too much.
Exactly.
These are the 3 things I need you to do. Okay? You do these 3 things, we'll move on to the next step.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. I mean, that's how I used to coach, but
Barcola had the fair enough. Joey, fair enough. Samu is likened to Costa. Despite his large stature, Omaridion is one of the fastest players in La Liga. He is great in the air and uses his big frame intelligently to win duels and holds up play. Fair enough. So it's very similar to Broha because I know they've said that they want to get a like-for-like replacement for Broha.
Exactly. Very similar to Broha. Yeah. It's the only downside to this guy is his conversion rate is awful. Like he has a terrible conversion rate.
Fair enough. Guys, listen.
Does not strike the ball that well either. Is the other thing.
I need to rewatch it again.
For such a big guy, he does not strike the ball that well.
Doesn't have enough power in his thighs, yeah?
I don't know. I don't know if it's that, bro. It's like it looks to me when I'm watching it, it looks to me like it's more of a form situation.
The way he shoots the ball,
the way he like latches onto the ball, and like, you know how when you're shooting the ball and you're trying to get power onto it, you can kick out your other leg a little bit to get that like extra juice off of it. You like kick it out a little bit to kind of get that extra juice.
Of course.
It like that's what he needs trained. He needs like consistent volley training. He should be on a jugs machine, getting the ball hit to him 100 to 200 times a day, and him just hitting volleys for hours, and he'll get better. Like for his size, like especially for his size, like he'll get better at striking the ball. And that's something every one of Diego Simeone's strikers end up with is a absolute. He doesn't exactly. It's like he doesn't plant. It's like he doesn't plant his foot. And that's the thing. It's like you waste the development of these guys if you don't train them in these pieces that they need. And like that's like with Mudryk specifically is a great example. It's like he never was trained the tactical basis of what football is.
Exactly.
He was just always like a street baller, like just running at people with technique, at pace. That's what he always did, probably for his entire career until he saw Roberto De Zerbi.
Yup. That's what he was doing.
I on him because I've seen him under a tactically strong manager and look extremely well. That's what would, if it wasn't for that De Zerbi run that he had, it would be extremely worrying to me. Like I don't know if this guy has enough tactical football smarts to be able to play at this level.
I just want to say, guys, 40 of you guys in here, just over half an hour. Listen, I'm 2 away from 340 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button because I know 50% of you are not subscribed. So help your boy out, please, if you can.
Please like the channel, man. Please like the channel. It helps every single time.
Exactly. Much appreciated, as always. Yeah, so Samu's coach failed him. Yep, we just spoke about that literally. If you see Maresca's tactical vid on YouTube, he says he's number 9 to come in deep and hold up the ball. So it makes sense. That's what they want someone like Samu. Yeah, exactly. Again, also that, and also I think because I feel like they've given up on essentially Armando Broja. And I can't lie to you, so far in the Euros have not helped him in either maintaining.
Has he even had a chance, bro?
It didn't even start, bro. The last game, bro.
Bro, like when you have an injury like that, my guy.
Yeah.
When you have an injury like that,
it takes so long
to recover, but it takes a whole nother year to like get the confidence in your knee back.
Yeah, exactly. All right, big up, Will. Obviously, tune in to me and Will tonight. Probably what time is that going to be? Midnight tonight, which is literally in 54 minutes. We'll be going live. Enzo watch specifically, and we're gonna just see if Canada can handle the South American football.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit longer than that. I think it's at
1 a.m. But we start at 1 a.m.
Oh, you start an hour early. Okay, I'm gonna start like an hour and a half.
Fair enough. The stop and shoulder drop technique. Yeah, Broja wouldn't even fit our system. He would, technically speaking, unironically. It's just again, the thing about Broja is that when you lose an ACL and your style of play is based on explosiveness, it's a big loss, by the way. That is, again, like it's very hard to recover from that, particularly when you're a young guy as well, and you're trying to build up your play and actually reach the peak of hopefully your potential too. But you don't have a.
By the way, I haven't like with Mudryk specifically. Like, I'm not gonna say that I've like totally given up on him, but I'm almost there. Like, I am almost there. Like, I just expect like him to be better under this circumstance. And it's not necessarily that I don't have De Zerbi, right? I don't have De Zerbi, but this manager is a lot better tactically than Pochettino was. So. And he was a lot better than Lampard, who was the only person that really gave him a chance, or Potter. Potter didn't give him a chance. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Broha's hold up play is not that good. Fair enough. When does preseason start? Preseason starts in the
July 27th.
That's the first game? Or was that
July 22nd? Yep.
No, but preseason, the guys actually come in though before preseason though. It's the first week of July, if I'm not mistaken. So Joe, that's the first week of July. So again, something to see. Not being funny, but wouldn't say Broha was ripping up trees when he was on loan at Southampton. He did okay and was more about potential, but injuries have set him back, if not robbed his full career potential. I kind of agree with the second point. It's just about whether or not he can get over that and try something new, right?
24th. I was right in the middle.
Oh, fair enough. And also, I think at Southampton, I feel like I said we're being a bit unfair to him because at Southampton, bro, they were a team in decline again, right? But he was doing a great job there as a striker with a limited service, and he was helping to create the service too a lot of the time because he was putting the two of Che Adams, by the way, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, so, you're right. I was just about to mention that.
So again, like he was more so the striker that was creating essentially out of the two strikers. So again,
yeah, I feel you there. I feel you there. With Broja specifically, I don't think that he will ever get to that full potential that we thought he could be, like that Diego Costa level type player. I thought we saw in him at one point.
Exactly.
But I do think that he definitely has the capabilities of coming back if a team's patient enough with him. Like that's the other thing of it is I think if he ends up at like Monaco, which is one of the places that he's linked with, and he has a partner of what's the kid's name? I always forget. Why do I always forget the kid's name? The kid plays for the US and I always forget his name. From Arsenal.
Well, he used to be from Arsenal. Is he still at Arsenal? Balogun?
No, used to be.
Balogun, isn't it?
Balogun, yeah. If you put him next to Balogun, it's a tandem that makes sense. And it would benefit Balogun too. So I think either Monaco or Italy would be a good fit for him because Italy, they play those type of most of the Italian strikers are his style. Run the channels, big physical type strikers. He would do if he went to Milan, that would be dope. And then we could just continue to support him.
It's looking like Xerxes is actually going to Manchester United, by the way.
I don't know about that yet.
Which is, I think, terrible. You know, I don't know why they've gone for a guy. He actually is not good, by the way. Like, I refuse to believe that he's good. I've watched him at Bologna.
All right. So I don't believe he's bad. I don't believe he's in bad.
I think for me, his in-box presence in particular is actually what makes him terrible. He's not even the other stuff. His presence inside the box is what makes him actually terrible. Like that's
it's the problem of him is this, right? It's the timing of arrival in the box. It's like you said, presence. It's arriving in the box at the right time when a cross gets sent in. It's turning and just hitting the ball. Like just being able to just turn and hit the ball. He is one of them guys that like to make too many touches. Kind of like Jackson in a sense. Very much like Jackson in a sense. Where he likes to build up the play. He'll do really well in build up. He'll hold off people really well when he has the ball at his feet. Not great, but not terrible in the air to like kind of get chest downs and things of that nature. He's not going to be that guy that you could kind of hoof the ball up to. He'd rather, for someone his size, you would assume that he's good in the air, but he's more ball at feet, block out, turn, pass type of player. And he's not ready.
He's not ready.
Yep. Not ready, like Will said. Not ready.
Milan will end up with CFC career rehab team. Probably, bro. That's probably what's going to happen. But listen, let's move on now. This is obviously some of the Elise news that came out from Fabrizio's thing. Again, I'll be
honest. Yesterday, though.
Yeah, yesterday. That's yesterday. Again, nothing.
And the news was he might get a new contract.
Nothing really new came out. I'll be honest, boys.
No, it said that. No, the news was that here.
Breaking major update. Palace have presented a new deal to Elise. They are fighting to keep him, but Chelsea are confident on the Elise deal. They are into direct talks with Elise. They are obsessed with signing Elise.
Let's see what he wants, bro. In the end, it's like
Chelsea have been holding positive conversations with him.
I don't know if they put this much effort in and then he ends up staying in Palace. I just don't believe that that's the case.
And then, despite offering a new contract to Elise, Crystal Palace believe Chelsea are the favourites.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the amount of effort that we've put into this deal, bro. Like if you look at it like in an overall sense, the amount of effort that you put into this deal, to me it just seems done. You know, like it's an obsession. Like Fabrizio, like that's kind of been our thing though, right? Like all year since we started with this new project, right?
Exactly.
Like we have like one player, we get obsessed with them, and we go and get them, regardless on what it takes. And we've seen it twice already with Caicedo and Enzo.
Enzo, even you can make a stick Mudryk. The way we literally
Mudryk, yeah, you can even add that one into it too.
The way we just literally just swept in for him out of nowhere.
We want him.
Yeah, we literally. So that's one thing I will say that
Chelsea. Adam, I don't believe that, bro. I really don't, bro. Like, when has that actually been the case, Adam?
Eventually we're going to.
So far, when has that been the case? Has there been a player out there that we said, we absolutely want this player, and Chelsea shown us maybe Ugarte,
but that was because of PSG, wasn't it? Like PSG were like,
like the most realistic thing that happens is he either stays at Palace or he comes to us because Manchester United pulled out. Bayern has to sell 5 wingers, one of their 5-6 wingers, and I just don't believe Newcastle is that serious about it, personally. But
Newcastle just.
And why would you want to move to fucking Newcastle or fucking Germany when you could just move? You don't have to move at all.
Exactly.
And make more money.
And we're much more closer to France than Germany. I'll be honest, mate.
I think you're right. I think if Ugarte moved to us and we didn't get Lavia, he would have played a ton this year for us. He would have played a fuck ton for us this year.
I don't say the first time Ugarte, but at least the first time we never got rejected by him. It was
but the first time Elise, it wasn't because Palace was about to sue us, Adam.
Yeah, they were saying we were tapping them out.
They were about to sue us for tampering.
Yeah, like I don't know.
And then Ugarte, exactly. Ugarte never got that serious.
Yeah. So again, I don't know if you noticed. I think in the US,
and Gabriel's right too. We were threatened out of the Ugarte deal because we were going to buy Sporting.
Literally, PSG were like, this is like.
We were about to buy Sporting, bro. We were about to buy part of their fucking club.
Yep.
And PSG were like, yeah, you can't do that. We're like, no, where? We didn't know that.
So, there's a tampering rule actually, and ironically, I know about in the NBA, and I'm pretty sure. So that exists, by the way. So you could get fined heavy for that one usually. So that's the reason why.
I don't think it goes on forever. I think by the end of this month we'll know. By the end of this month we'll know exactly where we are.
Exactly. That's why I say we're
left until this month's over, boys. Like it's not that much time left. And by the way, that's when PSR starts and everybody actually has money again. So that's when everybody will be able to start paying.
And remember, Chelsea have said again that they want to get all of their deals done by June 30th, right? So that means that seems to mean to me by June 30th, you have the deals pretty much done. And then when the new season starts, that's when they agree. That's when July 1st or July 2nd starts. That's when they literally put in the deal through. So that's probably the plan. Yeah, that was mad, by the way. Yeah,
it was a mad deal. We really had him on lock until PSG was about to sue us. We were threatened to get sued like 3 or 4 times last year, bro.
Yep.
During the transfer window, we were just moving mad, bro. We were just moving fucking mad. Like
Chelsea were just doing too much. Yep, that's what it was. Thoughts on Calafiori? I think he's very good player. If you want him as a backup left back, I could see it. But the problem is again, I feel like it's the same issue of left wing where you got two guys already there. You got two guys.
He was getting cooked by Yamal, bro. He was getting his ass cooked by Yamal over there, bro. He was getting his ass.
DeMarco was not helping him, and then it was just
DeMarco's going forward. You know DeMarco's going to get forward. That's why you have Calafiori on that side, right? That's the exact reason why you have Calafiori on that side. It's because you know that going to get forward.
I feel kind of sorry for him, but again, I feel like with time he probably will get better. He did show me a few encouraging signs. That's for sure. In general,
I don't think we buy a left back.
Yeah, unless Chilwell decides I want to leave.
Yeah, I just don't think we buy a left back. If we do, we buy one that's super young.
Yep. When did?
Honestly, bro, like Cucurella put in a fucking crazy good performance, dude. Like he looked way better than Calafiori on his side. Like he dealt with Chiesa for the entire half. Chiesa didn't even have a sniff the entire half. Came off at 60 minutes, pretty much with nothing to show for it.
What are the chances we get Martinez from Villa instead of Duran? I don't know. I think it's low because of the fact that it's already been put out there, Keyshawn, that it's academy player or Duran.
Keyshawn, I just said Morgan Rogers or Duran. Those are the two guys.
Yeah, they literally already told you it's going to be either an academy player.
Morgan Rogers or Duran. I'm telling you, those are the two guys. There's nobody else.
And we're not buying any of their midfielders, by the way, because we don't.
No midfielder. Even if it's like what if it's like some young left back they got in their fucking academy or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Just for the numbers' sake. Mm-hmm. But the thing is I do believe that Villa need money is the problem, right? They need us to pay for somebody before July 30th, bro. They actually need that from us so they can pass their PSR. We're working with them, and that's why they're paying more than Maatsen's release clause, because we're working with them to get that done. We're helping that team at this current moment pass PSR.
It must be one of the most entertaining teams when it comes to transfers. It's a box office drama from one day to the next. We're the final boss of I've told you of transfers, Gabriel. I told you, man. We're the rock.
I think the rock of transfers. United's a close second, though.
Manchester United obviously are a close second, but when it comes to us, the way we are just so active in the transfer market and just do stuff,
we move differently though. We go and get players we want, and Manchester United has, as of recently, go and get players that like people are trying to get rid of.
Exactly. Bring in Duran. Again, we'll have to wait and see, bro. I just said, the worry with
Keyshawn's been on the train, son. Keyshawn's been on the train. He's on that. He's right. If he's not the conductor, he's right behind the conductor. Like he's been on the train for a while with Duran now. Like
the thing for me is that the worry I have here is that Copa America is already starting. Well, today pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? If he does a dagger in the last minute for any of these teams, or comes in and scores a goal, the price is going up, bro. So that's the only worry I have. So.
Not at this point, bro. I'm telling you, not at this point. Like, with all circumstances going on, bro, not at this point. Plus, you don't even start. 19. Kids 19, 20 years old, bro.
Thoughts on Durant's potential?
Oh, what I think he is, if he turns into what I think he is, bro, all these Chelsea fans are going to fall in love with this guy, bro. They are going to, bro, he is the type of shithouse we haven't had in a minute. And we think fucking Jackson's a shithouse. This guy is going to be swinging arms, elbows, them headers where people are going up for it. He's one of them guys that will duck down and then spin out to try to get the ball, like old Harry Kane used to do it when he was young. Duck down and then spin out, let the ball go over the top.
Yep.
He's a shithouse. It's a proper shithouse, bro. And like at his age, how physical he is, bro. Like what he was doing to freaking Van Dijk in that Liverpool game, bro. Like he caused problems to Van Dijk. He caused problems to fucking Saliba, like, yeah, red cards then, mate. Yeah, part of it. Part of the shit house, bro. It's part of the shit house.
Physicality is very big key.
Oh, bro. For a 20-year-old, he's 20 and he's bullying these dudes.
100%.
He's 20 and bullying these dudes, bro.
Obsession. Well, Vic, you know what I mean? He read this one. That's why it's the obsession. Well, listen, Vic, man, people can be obsessed in it. You know what I mean? Maybe Stanley's obsessed with him. You know what I mean? What else with Stanley? No, I think he's talking about this one, the tweet that we just had about Elise. He was just saying, he was laughing at the obsession.
Oh, the tweet.
You know what I mean?
The tweet, yeah, he was obsessed with them, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, you know, you never know, man.
Well, it's some of that guile that you miss, that we've been missing part of this team. I feel like nobody's nasty in our team no more, son. We always had at least one nasty dude. He was a motherfucker. Everybody hated him. Every team that we've always had, we always had somebody who was just a motherfucker. Just somebody who riled motherfuckers up. It was like back in the day, it was fucking Terry. It was, I mean, we had hella people that would rile people up back in the day. That was like Jose's like Jose would go into the transfer window, interview the guy before they transfer him, and see how much of a piss take he would be. Like I felt like that's what Jose was doing back then. Like he was just seeing how much of a piss. Yeah, we need some motherfuckers, bro.
Sometimes you need dickheads.
We need some motherfuckers, bro. We need some guys that are gonna be like Rudy, bro. Like Rudy would leave a mark on you, bro. He would leave a mark on you. He would make it so like you just hate playing against him. Hey, Caicedo got a little bit better at it as the season gone along. He got a little bit better at it. Jackson started to do it, and everybody started to make fun of him for it. But
I don't know why that was unfair, Jackson.
I loved it. Yeah, he got no aura about him, I guess. But they made fun of him about it. But I loved it. Him holding up Enzo's jersey and shit. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit.
52 minutes in, literally again, 6 away from 3-4-5, 6 away from 3-4-5. Make sure to sub, man. We're giving you that quality content, man.
What are we doing? Pay your rent.
Exactly, man.
Pay that rent.
I told you already, okay?
Yeah, like exactly, Vic. Exactly, Vic. We need some motherfuckers out there, bro. People are gonna rile motherfuckers up, rile fan bases up, make them pissed. I don't know if Tottenham's a shit house.
I don't think so. He seems like a quiet lad, to be honest.
Dude, bro. He
seems like a quiet lad. Versus Liverpool in the final, Jackson ran up on Gakpo. Yeah, again, listen, at the end of the day, bro, you just need to be able to just be
Conte when he smiled afterwards. Conte, yo, there'd be some tackles that Conte would make, and you'd be like, yo, Conte, son, you should probably be getting a yellow for that one. And he'd just come up just smiling like a motherfucker, run away. Like, this dude.
Bro, sometimes, bro, I've said this before, bro. Sometimes, bro, you just need to be.
I wish we paid him $300,000 a week. He should have been the only guy we paid $300,000 a week for. We already sold Lukaku. We could have kept that dude. Keep him at $300,000 a week. Let him play once every week, bro. No matter what, once a week. That's it. Don't play midweek games. None of that. Just once a week.
100%. It's what is it called? Kante was just seemed like a nice guy. That's it. You know, sometimes it's people that's like nice guys. They just do it. They have a job which they have to handle. Sterling Showers.
Nah, Sterling needs to get his fucking shit together. That's what he needs. And not no shit house. He needs to get his shit together.
Sterling's always on business, big man. You know, I don't think he's doing that one.
That's kind of why I wanted Ugarte, because Ugarte would have been a motherfucker. He's just a motherfucker. You watch him for Uruguay, he just makes tackles and he pushes you down afterwards.
Yeah, I haven't watched him for
motherfucker.
So it's gonna be very interesting for me to see what he does against Uruguay. Sorry. What's it called? Imagine having a midfield. My lord, the thing of Ugarte, by the way, I was watching at PSG. He hasn't been doing that. He hasn't done that well at PSG, by the way. And I don't know if that's because, like, he's just getting bullied all the time, or if it's just like, maybe he's just not helping him at all.
But Enrique plays more of like a tiki-taka style play with Vitinha and Fabian Ruiz, and you know what I'm saying? Like they move.
Fabian Ruiz has been getting a lot of heavy minutes, which I'm very happy about, by the way. He's looked amazing, by the way, as well. Where is that, Joe? Where is the love for Gallagher? My dog can't.
If he was a proper shit house and he's like laughed at people after he made tackles, I'd love the fucking guy, bro. But he's just like
Gallagher's just about business.
He dumb fouls where it's like
Gallagher feels like
guy just like out in the middle of nowhere with the ball and he presses him and he just runs him over. Bro, we don't need you to do that shit.
Gallagher, I feel like Gallagher's just about business. You know what I mean? He just does the tackle. It feels like almost like a job for him when he's doing that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
I don't mind Gallagher, bro. Like people think I hate Gallagher, but like
why do they think you hate Gallagher, bro? What's going on, man? What happened?
I don't actually hate Gallagher. It's just more the fact that like if I can get 50 million for him, I'm fucking getting 50 million for him.
Fair enough. Hey, listen, I don't. Again, for me, I personally don't mind. Again, if he stays or not. Honestly, for me personally, as long as he's a bench option, I don't mind. I'm just not impressed. No. We get that, bro. But there's like, I feel like there is some people that's like,
there are.
They just hate on the runner. Like, you know what I mean?
Look at him today. He was bad today. I mean, everyone was bad for England, but he was bad today too.
You know what, bro? I don't know about you, bro. Yeah. I was watching that England game, and I was thinking, the energy level in this team is like really low. I'm like, is it just? I know the EPL football is a lot, yeah, and everything like that. But I'm like, the energy level cannot be this low. Like, are they doing something in training that's like reducing their energy? Like,
I don't know, bro. They look a little bit lost, in my opinion.
The energy level is one thing, right? The other thing is, bro, they look very lost. Like,
I feel like it goes hand in hand, though, right? Like, if you don't know what you're doing, you can't put maximum energy level towards it.
That is true, yeah. Bro, I can't lie to you, man. Foden, this game, cooked. Bellingham, this game, cooked. This Trent midfield scenario thing, it can work in the EPL, but I don't think it's good. And maybe in the UCL, but it's not going to work.
I've been saying this on every stream I've been on, right? Yeah. England is playing like, all right, there's so many bad things that fucking right now that is happening with England, and they're getting out coached in every fucking game. Every game they're getting out coached. If it's not for a moment of brilliance or a moment of luck, they would have lost both these games probably.
Exactly.
And what I've noticed specifically is the structure of it is people are overloading the midfield on them.
Exactly.
Literally all they do is overload the midfield, press Rice right out the game because he's not that press resistant. You press Rice right out the game, bro. That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do.
Trent will hide. He'll literally hide. He'll go into hiding once Rice has the ball. And that's where Rice needs to go with the ball. He needs to get the ball to Trent. And he goes into hiding. So then Jude comes back and tries to pick up the ball, which makes Jude less efficient, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Foden coming inside, into the inside, right? Into the inside underneath exactly. Harry Kane. And Harry Kane's dropping back.
Harry Kane, the dropping back thing, bro.
And then you have no width on the left-hand side whatsoever because you have a right-footed left back in Trippier. Bro, it's like boggling. All of this is boggling.
Yeah.
Like what they should be doing is Gomez left back, Trent right back. You invert Trent into the midfield. You move Jude. You have a Rice Jude pivot. You move Jude up into a box midfield position next to Foden in a box. Mm-hmm. Right? You move him up next to Foden.
I agree with all this. Yeah, I've said this before. Yep.
Kane up top. Even if you don't want to play Kane, I personally think Ollie Watkins is better suited for a box midfield because then you can play the ball over the top to him.
Exactly.
Gordon on the left-hand side. Saka on the right-hand side.
Exactly.
And the team works.
I actually think the issue with the team
into a 3. You move Trent up into the box. You have a box midfield of Foden and Rice and Bellingham and Trent, and you have 2 wide players and a striker.
Yeah, I just want to say quickly, there's some little news that I just heard on the grapevine is that by the way, which is this, and apparently according to Alex Goldberg, Ulisse has asked about what houses are like in Germany. So he's I don't know what that was meant to mean. Does that mean he's going buying or something like that? But that's what he's asked, by the way.
Wait, put it on the screen so I can read it.
No, it's not readable. He said it on his playback stream, apparently. Like one of
what
my
did he say?
He said apparently Ulisse has asked about a house in Germany. Apparently,
Ulisse has asked about what?
A house in Germany at one point.
I'm
sure. But again, if I don't really mind, bro, because like for me that just means he's just doing due diligence, as has been said before. Which again, I'm not too surprised by. That's if you're making a big move, you're gonna do due diligence. So for me, that's not anything surprise to me. So,
bro, like I said, you want to move to Germany and you want to go to Bayern, by all means, I understand. At least you're not in the league anymore, and we don't have to deal with you.
In my opinion, no. So you know what the issue for me? I think going back to the England thing. Yeah, I want to repeat this. I actually think fundamentally, the England problem, I think actually might be Bellingham more so than anything, by the way, because I feel like this free roll that Bellingham's getting is causing too much trouble in terms of like the whole dynamic of the team, in terms of like the balance. And then you've got this experiment with Trent, right? Which is another
issue. In the middle of the Euros, you're experimenting Trent in the midfield.
Exactly, which is not helping
in the middle of the Euros.
Exactly. And I also think,
if you're going to experiment, play the fucking 19, 20-year-old who looks like a goddamn baller. One of the 2 that you have. Because you have 2 of them that look like absolute ballers. And like, I don't think Mainu next to Rice makes too much sense, in my opinion, by the way. Like, I don't think Mainu looks too... But Wharton next to Rice is actually perfect. Like, it is the perfect of balances. A deep line playmaker next to a box-to-box midfielder is the perfect balance. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it literally, you have that. And you're trying to play Trent as that deep line playmaker, and he's just not spatially aware in the midfield. He does not know where to be.
Just give you 1 hot minute. Just hold the line.
Yeah, I'll hold the fort. Man, how is England, chat? How is England experimenting in this Euros? Why would they experiment in this Euros? It doesn't even make sense. Nah, Joel, you know what? I'm okay with Palmer not playing, bro. Like, I know you guys in England are, country over club, but for me, it's club over country. So fuck all that, bro. Let Palmer play. I want Palmer healthy. First game of the season against Manchester City. That's all I care about. Palmer healthy. Palmer, Caicedo, Enzo, all healthy beginning of the season this year. Only thing I care about in these tournaments. Literally, only thing I care about. I don't care about nothing else. I really don't. I mean, like with I don't know if you can bench Bellingham though. Like I just don't. I don't think you can. Like, how can you bench Bellingham? I get you guys wanting Palmer to play, but miss me with that. Let Palmer sit the bench and come back to Chelsea and cook, because that's what I want. Man, I just don't know, bro. I just feel like they're playing this midfield the wrong way, and Gareth Southgate is you want to know something crazy, boys? The best player in these Euros, Chelsea player in these Euros so far has been Cucurella. He's been the best player in these Euros. He had a fantastic game the first game. He had a fantastic game the second game. As much as you guys may not like it, the guy is good. I really like what I've been seeing from Cucurella over the last 4 or 5 months now.
I think again, Cucurella, my issue with Cucurella is, and I don't know if I've said this to you before. Cucurella, the fullback, is good, right? I think defensively, everything like that, I've always appreciated them. I think when it's going forward is where my issues with him begin. That's what, like, I don't see that much, from him when we're going forward as much. That's my issue with him more so than anything.
But why is that something that's necessary? Because everybody wants Calafiori, but he doesn't go forward.
You got to ask them. I've again, for me, I've already made up my mind that I've got Bade, Short, and Cole. So if anyone wants him, then that's on them.
Wait, I missed what you just said. My internet just went crazy.
Sorry, I said I already got Bade, Short, Levi, Cole, so I wouldn't want Calafiori right now.
Yeah,
doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, today Cucurella should have had an assist today, bro. He was fantastic. Pedri missed it totally.
Today people should have had assist. Fair enough, for sure.
But I'm saying he's not that great EPL. He's not that great going forward. Like, he tucks in most of the time. Like, he's tucking into the midfield, tucking into the center backs most of the time.
I think the thing for me, the thing that makes
defense wide areas pretty well. That's why.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing that people want him for. His defensiveness is really good.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. Exactly. So this was actually apparently we are scouting him apparently in the Euros. That's the guy apparently scouting him for. Apparently Bologna want a lot of money for him though. So I don't know if Chelsea are willing to splash the cash when you've got Levi Cole and Benoit Badiashile playing there too. Like there's no need for that.
That's left center back though. He would play left back.
Would he still do that though? You got Chilwell there,
I mean, number 3 option? I don't know where there's a place for Chilwell, to be honest. In Maresca's system,
I agree. But the issue is he's vice captain. So
vice captain of Pochettino's team. It was vice captain of Pochettino's team. There's a new manager. Managers choose the captains.
But do you not think they would have? The thing for me is, if Chilwell was gonna be gone,
I wouldn't be surprised if Enzo are vice captain next year.
I was gonna say to you, bro, if Chilwell was going to be gone, we would have heard about it by now.
That's not true.
You don't think so? No. I personally do believe so. But if Chilwell was going to leave
2 years ago when Manchester City was linked with them, they offered us a bunch of money. We didn't know nothing until the final last 2 weeks.
But at that time, Chilwell was untouchable. Like, even if they did good for him.
But we didn't know nothing about Manchester City's links until the last 2 weeks.
That is true. You know what? I'll give you that one. But
I mean, here's the thing. I think Chile ends up getting iced out, and he forces his way out eventually. I think that's what ends up happening. I think he ends up getting iced out, and he ends up moving. We'll end up getting a left back to back up Cucurella, who's perfect for Enzo's system. He's perfect. He can go into the midfield. He can go into the center backs.
Let's be honest. If Cucurella was 6'2", we wouldn't have this discussion. I don't think it's a height issue, honestly. Again, football these days, the vast majority of the time, they are playing it on the floor. Unless it's really a set piece, by the way. Like the height stuff.
Premier League, bro. Not in the Premier League.
Obviously, Premier League, it's a slight difference. But when you've got a lot of tall people already in your defense, and even your fullback, the other fullback is quite.
The problem is we don't have like if you look at the baseline of our team's height, where it's actually we're pretty short, overall.
I feel like five of them for sure.
Yeah, we're pretty short. We don't have any midfielders who are tall.
Mm-hmm.
Our strikers somewhat tall, and then you're telling us our left back, and our right back potentially, if you're not talking about James, are short. Then that just leaves you literally with just center backs. So that's kind of the other side of the whole squad building thing that people don't understand is height is a thing that needs to be needs to be into consideration when you're looking for players. It has to be a consideration. In the Premier League, it has to be. When you're playing Brentford and fucking, even though we took Brentford's coach, a set piece coach, when you're playing to Brentford and Bournemouth and fucking and Leicester with their 3 fucking 6'5" center backs that they have, you're gonna have to actually deal, and that's part of my thing. Nah, it's not necessarily true, EPL. But to prove my point, EPL turf, when we played Barcelona, we would dominate on corners and dominate on set pieces. To prove my point, we would dominate in those scenarios.
Sometimes, particularly if you're back against the wall, those set pieces can be very key for you to get some level of foothold in the game. So again,
but the thing is you build a team, right? You build a team, and you just don't have all your players short, right? You can have short players. Who gives a shit? You just can't have all your players be short. Like all the players on the pitch can't be short, right? Like Malo Gusto and Cucurella are both short. Caicedo and they're both short. Mm-hmm. When you're going up against Sutar, Vestergaard, and Weiss, who are all up over 6'3", all you have to do is put the ball up in the air.
Exactly. Yeah, that's very fair enough. You know what it is, man. I think for me that I always felt like the height thing was like not as much of a big deal in general, but I feel like again EPL wise it kind of doesn't matter, particularly against the smaller teams. But we have to wait and see, bro. We have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, one. No, I'm just saying it's like not necessarily like everyone, but they're relatively short comparatively. Like we don't have a ton of 6 foot guys on our squad. 100%. Like we just don't. It's just what it is. We don't have a ton of guys who are 6 foot. And yeah, I mean, there's guys who play way above their height and weight as well. But we're just talking like in an overall sense when you're squad building. You know, you got to do some things to change it, right?
100%. And let's actually talk about quickly this one because we are linked to another centre back. I don't know if this is going to be a guy that's going to go to Strasbourg or is actually going to be probably, or if it's just a Chelsea guy. But
maybe you want him back to Argentina for a year.
Maybe, yeah. Because this came out literally last night too, actually, ironically. But this one came out at 2 a.m. last night. So obviously, this was it. This was from pending further confirmation. Multiple reports leaking from Argentina that Chelsea have made a 12 to 15 million bid for centre-back Aaron Anselmino. So, yep, that's the guy. And then there's some bit more information on him from Simon Johnson, Sport of the Athletic. And he says, Chelsea have opened talks over the signing of Aaron Anselmino. So that's what they've said. And then I think that's pretty much it. I think that was all I was on him. I think there was something else on him that I'm maybe missing, but yeah. But what have you heard of him by any chance? Like,
yeah, he was in the U21 Argentina team.
Oh, okay.
So I have a brief understanding of how good he is, but I mean, who knows, bro? They're still so young. You gotta
go wait and see. Essentially,
you can't tell with these guys that like I Esteval and Paez, I can at least see their on the ball skill set. Mm-hmm. Like with these guys, with defenders specifically, it's can you handle the physicality in the end?
Exactly.
It's like that's the whole thing with the Premier League is like, can you handle the physicality? Like, is that something that is doable for you? Because if you can't, then you're just SOL. You're just fucked. Like you don't got a chance in this league.
Exactly. Guys, listen. 44 of you guys in here. 44 of you guys in here. Make sure again to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Again, I said 6 away from 3, 4, 5. So 6 of you here, I know are not subscribed. Make sure to do so. And to answer your question, EPL Turf, there was actually an article by the Athletic actually that came out today in regards to Chelsea and their scouting stuff. Chelsea have actually paid a lot more scouts. So something a lot of people don't know it, by the way. This is similar to what Red Bull do, and even Real Madrid do this too, and Barcelona to an extent, where they will, and Bayern Munich do this too, actually too, where they will actually bring not necessarily scouts, but they will actually build academies internationally. But Chelsea haven't done that. What they've done instead is actually invest heavy in major scouts in the different parts of the world to be able to bring in these talents. And obviously South America has been a key part, which they've actually been investing even heavier in, more so than usual. Like Brighton is a good example of this, but Brighton actually have a lot of like scouts pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, there's a Barcelona academy out here.
Exactly. So these guys, like, again, they will act. So again, you know, because the transfer market again has become so crazy with the prices that have been happening, a lot of these teams have now decided we're gonna try to get these guys while they're at a lesser value and also like a lot younger, so that we can develop these players into what they are, and then they can stay with us. Right, that's the plan.
Yep, exactly.
Yep, exactly. So that's why now. So I don't know. Again, I said this before. A lot of these guys are getting paid when they're 14, 14 or 15, bro. So listen, yeah. Again, this is just Chelsea following that model. And again, a lot of people I've seen a lot of people talk about, they're trying to strip this guy for profit. Real Madrid do that regularly every single year, but you don't hear people complain about Real Madrid doing it. Fun fact, by the way, they do that on a regular. By the way, like there's barely anyone from their academy that what's it called? Yeah, they haven't flipped.
Everyone gets flipped in Real Madrid. There's 1% of the players that they make it, and even that 1% still gets flipped eventually.
Exactly, and
like
even
Carvajal is a Real Madrid product. He got flipped and brought back.
Exactly.
Brian Garcia, same thing.
Exactly.
Marco Asensio was there for 10 years, still got flipped. Like these guys, well, I think he actually left for free, but you get the point.
Ahmed, are you going to take a break from Copa America before the Copa America stream? 1 hour 45 minutes before kickoff. I actually took a big break in between this stream and the Italy-Spain stream, so I'll be all right. I'll probably be back on. Let me delay the stream by not half an hour. Should I delay it by half an hour? No need to. I'll just do it straight after this. It's all right. I've got more than enough energy, man. Literally, so I'm more than good. Bayern does the same. They have scouting collaborations in Canada, US, several African countries, but it's all for the money. Exactly. They have. I know about the big one in Japan, by the way. That's why, by the way, I don't know if you know this. I'm pretty sure you might do. You know that how a lot of Japanese players go to the Bundesliga. It's because the Bayern has like a big actual like thing in Japan where
it's not just Bayern.
I know Bayern does in particular though.
Yeah, I know that that Stuttgart has a big academy out there too in Japan.
Exactly. So yeah, everyone has it too. I don't know if you know, the funny one was the Barcelona one that they stopped making in what's it called in India, which was kind of crazy. They had it for 14 years. They didn't produce any product there at all, which I thought was kind of crazy, to be honest. I don't know about you. I couldn't believe that, by the way. Barely produced any product for them, which was a match, but we move. The only player we came up was Ike Casillas and Raul. Oh yeah, damn, that's crazy, by the way. Only those two. These season ticket holders pay $800 for a whole season. We paid $250 for one preseason match here in the US. Is that true? They're expensive, bro. Oh, I don't know if you can hear me.
What did you say?
I said these. Is it true that you pay like $250 for like a preseason match? That seems very.
Yeah, it's about $200. Yeah.
No, bro. Seriously. Do you know how much it costs me to go to like the?
How much it costs you, but do you understand the demand difference?
Maybe, yeah. You know what? Fair enough. But like, I just,
you have just Londoners fucking showing up to these fucking games, right? We have the entire United States going for the same fucking tickets.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, that is mad,
I mean, not only that, right?
Yeah.
You have a stadium that's going to hold, at each and every stadium they're going to 70, 80,000 people stadiums on top of it.
You don't understand why British people
once a year, though. You understand, Ahmed? We only get to watch this team once a year.
I know, bro. I know. Yeah, you guys is different. I understand. Yeah, Listen, to be honest, we love complaining down here. So I'll be honest, man. Literally, I only had to pay 20
we don't
quid.
understand it. 40 quid.
I only had to pay. The Leeds game I went to, like for example. The Leeds game I went to.
If I lived in England, anywhere in England. It doesn't matter where. I would be if I lived in fucking Newcastle, and I would buy a season ticket for Chelsea.
To be fair, that's roughly the same price in the UK too. I'll be honest, I mean. So,
I'd buy a season ticket to Chelsea. $800 bucks? Are you kidding me?
Bro, we have one of the cheapest. We have, I think, the second or third cheapest season ticket in the literally. So, because we've had ours frozen for such a long time. On top of that, we have to drive 6 hours one way to get to freezing matches. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I know.
For flights. Sure, I need to take a flight to even go see him. Mine was a 5-hour. My last one was a 5-hour drive to go see Chelsea in Vegas.
Wow, it's only like a 10-minute walk for me.
The first time I went and saw Chelsea, bro, it was a 9-hour drive.
My God, bro.
The first time.
That's real dedication, man.
These motherfuckers tell me, "Oh, you haven't been to the bridge yet, so you're not a real fan." I wake up at 5 in the morning, and I'm the one that's paying 3 times as much as you.
Mama mia, bro. Yeah.
Guess what? Now I'm buying a flight to England. So now you're not gonna even be able to say that to me.
Hey man, that's
November, December. I'm coming. November 6th and November 2nd and November 8th.
Hey man, I'll make sure to come say hi to you.
I want to see Old Trafford before they knock it to the ground, because that's what's gonna end up happening.
You're gonna have another 3 to 4 years, bro. I don't know if you know my occupation. I'm a civil engineer. That shit takes a long time to actually.
Okay. I just want to make sure I go see Old Trafford before they knock.
You definitely. Listen, you got more than enough.
I'm going this year, bro. I'm coming. I'm gonna go this year. Man U away, Arsenal at home. Those are the 2 games I'm gonna go to.
Boy, that's
I just want the environment. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
The environment's great.
Those are gonna be away. The away end at Manchester United will go crazy. We will be crazy in there, and then at home with Lewis against Arsenal, we'll be going crazy.
That's gonna be high quality, bro. I'll tell you that. They're always up for a big game there. San Siro is a dream. I've been to San Siro, by the way. Sensational. I have to say that. Like, literally, there's no other way to put it. One of the best stadiums I've ever been to.
France.
Parc de France, bro, that's too hard to get into, bro. I swear to you, I've tried to get into the Parc de France before. It's like a mission impossible to get tickets there back in the day, honestly. Although this year it might be a lot more easier, I would say. This year's gonna be a lot more easier. I would definitely say that one for sure. Let me just double check.
You out here, bro? You out in America?
Yeah,
bro?
I think so.
You're on the West Coast too, because only the West Coasters have to wake up that early.
Come on. Yeah, well, this is the final news we're going to do.
Arizona, but I was living in New York back then. I drove 9 hours to New York City because I lived upstate.
Mama mia, bro, that's insane. You know, 5 hours takes me to like the Midlands, by the way, like in the UK. That's like Middle England. From South England. I live in London is Southwest. It's Southern England, right? So to get to the Midlands is only like a 5-hour drive, literally. It's kind of insane. Raw. I drove what? Wow, my God. Well, definitely listen, man. You guys, man, definitely putting in the mileage. That's for sure, bro. Much appreciated as always. So this is the final one, which is that Conor Gallagher wants to stay and is understood to hope a strong Euros will change his minds of how he is viewed at Stamford Bridge. So that's apparently what he's trying to do. Not going well, I would say, so far for him with his showing currently and how England is doing. He might be crashing out a lot sooner than he expects. But again, I don't know about you. Do you understand the Gallagher stuff? Because from what I'm understood, he wants 150k a week. That's the alleged stuff that he wants. The club is only, I think, willing to offer him 115k a week. So I don't understand why he's not accepted 115k a week. Because I'm pretty sure the club would probably add bonuses to that. Be like, if you score this, you'll get this amount of money. This, you'll get that amount of money. So I'm just not, I'm just not understanding why he would not accept that, to be honest.
Well, when you have family members who are, managing your life, that's what ends up happening. When your dad's managing your life and you think that when your dad thinks you're worth more than this and worth more than that, then yeah, that's what's going to end up happening.
I honestly think
it's the same thing as Mount, in my opinion. There's nothing different between this and Mount. Nothing. Zero difference. There's zero difference. None.
Is his dad his agent or something? I don't even know who his agent is, to be honest. So
his dad.
Really? Damn.
His
That's the
dad.
one
It's
thing,
the same thing
yeah.
as Mount. It's his dad.
Mm.
Oh, my son's worth this. Now your son plays 4 minutes in a game every single other game.
Very difficult. Those ones are definitely difficult, by the way. You know what I'm saying to you?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like he, if he wants 150K a week, he can go somewhere else and get it.
That is true.
He can go somewhere else and get it. Go somewhere else and get your 150K a week. You and your dad. You and your dad that cries on the internet every time he has a decent game. Oh, Coach Gallagher did this.
To be fair, though,
this guy, bro. What are we fucking? Are you? I wouldn't even let the kids that I was coaching at U13. I wouldn't let their parents talk the way that they talk. I wouldn't let that shit happen. And I'm gonna let this fucking little kid's this fucking little douchebag's fucking dad come around telling me I want 150K a week. He could suck it quickly.
Wow. I just don't understand. Like, again, I just think for me, from a wage standpoint, it doesn't make sense to me personally. You know what I'm saying to you, bro? That's what it is for me. Like, if you know what the price range is, if you know how much it's gonna cost you, then I don't know why we're doing.
I don't give a fuck. He's not good enough, dude. Gallagher, see Enzo, Chile getting 175 a week. We don't give a fuck what Chile's getting. We want him out.
The problem is
we want Chile out too.
The issue is EPL turf, and I'll say this again.
No, I said that without a pause on purpose because he's fucking
because Chilwell, and I'll repeat this again. Chilwell's deal was done before the directors. Again, that's the key thing that we need to understand, right? They extended it for an extra 2 years before that happened. Now, the thing of Chilwell is he's now only got 2 years left. So we can actually move on Chilwell, realistically speaking, too, right? A lot of these guys that we talk about who are on these high wages, the vast majority of them are before the directors have come in. That's the main thing I think people seem to have forgotten to have understood, in my personal opinion, really. Otherwise, because remember, I think it's, if I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but even from Gallagher's point of view, bro, like even from there, like if you want to stay here, we offered you a fucking contract above what you're getting paid now by like 35,000 a week. You want your paycheck to double, okay? You don't deserve your paycheck to double. Plain and simple. Exactly. It's that simple. Exactly. Bro, it's literally that simple. You haven't played good enough. You haven't played well enough for your paycheck to double. You haven't.
You know what his paycheck is, though?
You want, but you haven't played well enough for it to happen.
His paycheck is 55. So if you do 55 times by 2, that's 110. So
yeah. So realistically, we're his fucking paycheck now. And yes. He wants 3 or 4 times more than what he gets paid now.
He wants 125% more, essentially. That's what he wants more. And I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense to me.
It's not realistic. You haven't played well enough to get those types of fucking wages.
Yeah. And again, remember, the club have made an active effort to, I think, say 150 is the cap.
55 and we're doubling your money and you're wanting to get annoying about it.
The club is trying to make 150 the max, by the way. Yeah, unless, like, for most players,
until we hit Champions League, I don't blame them.
Yep. So
until we hit Champions League, I don't blame them.
Exactly. Once you hit Champions League,
players, if they don't want to get us to Champions League, they can all make 150. No more.
Exactly. If they can do that for us, man. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, too, guys, like we need to also realize, like, listen, we are in it for, football is also a business. At the end of the day, like whether we want to admit or not, we need to also look at financially. Is it good for us to be paying a guy that's probably going to be a backup for us that amount of money? You know what I mean? The last time we did that, by the way, was for a guy called Callum Hudson-Odoi, and you saw how that turned out for us. You saw again, even with Malang Sarr, we're paying this guy more than 100 a week, right? Again, not easy at all. Again, another guy we could even use, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Even though Ruben Loftus-Cheek started playing a lot more on the Tuchel towards the second part of his period, right?
Injury affected that.
Injury kind of affected that, but
we paid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you know what we mean. But guys, we're gonna end it here because we are gonna go over to my other stream, which is on the Canada versus Argentina game. Listen, it's gonna be very big hoops. South American football is always entertaining. Copa America is always entertaining in general, and you're gonna love it. But where can they find you, my good friend Joey?
You can find me at my page. Let me just get the link in here.
Put it in the chat, bro.
Yeah,
Literally.
that's what I was gonna do.
And I'll pin it for you.
That's what I was gonna do. It's if you type in JWTSP.
Oh, I'm typing it. 1 second. Give me a moment. Yeah, JW. Is it all regular?
All uppercase. JWTSP.
TSP. There we go.
TSP.
And then you just type it in right into YouTube, and then there we go.
Yep.
That's it. So as you can see, just typed it in there.
I'll be going live too here as well.
Exactly. And you can watch it along with Joey too. But guys, you know who I am. I've been your host, Mr. Bridge 258, and I will see you on the other side rather quickly. See you later, guys.